Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Here we go.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Offensive starters, here they are. David DeCastro, what do you think about him, Charles?
Brandon could not have been better trained at Stanford. So well schooled in the run game and the pass game, and especially in pro principles. David DeCastro could be an all-pro in the years to come.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Open man, it's Allen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing now is Lock. That's complete to Smith. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they come into top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lock. He's got it. The tight end, Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 25-yard line.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Lock. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
All right, partner, count with me. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Look, he had all day to throw the football and never got rid of it and allowed for the sack. That's not on the offensive line.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
So the Titans set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray. That's complete to John Ross. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray, he's going to have the hook up to Ross. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Kill. Turn up. Echo. Kill.
First down, Murray. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Murray. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 30. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports.
Check 53. Here we go.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a run with McCaffrey. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
53, Mike, 53. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, baby, boom.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it. That will tie us at 3-3. Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
That's it, baby.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They fake the handoff, now Locke. He completes it to Tate. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Caught by Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who caused it up and say, geez, what did he do?
Let's go. 50, play. 58, come on. 58, come on. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up.
64, weak. 15, line. 15 line.
They'll try and run forward with Smith. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. And Rosas puts this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the screen.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
52's the mic right here.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep over. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Locke. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from game. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Jets have recovered.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. The pass to Brown as he hauls it in. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Block now. Nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's first looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Murray with a third and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So on fourth down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin up at legendary